Although the domestic season is drawing to a close, there is still one major achievement Irish players can claim: a series win against the Wallabies. Joe Schmidt is expected to name his touring squad in the coming days, with a number of new faces set to be included. Joey Carbery's future looms over this tour, with his presence in Irish squads being based on potential rather than form. It seems as though Schmidt has made a declaration that Carbery is his number 2 out-half, forcing his move in search of game time to justify that, rather than Carbery earning his own place as a playmaker. These are the questions facing Joe Schmidt and his coaching team ahead of their tour to Australia to face Michael Cheika's Wallabies. There are tight calls across the park, with the halfbacks garnering much of the debate. John Cooney, absent from the Grand Slam winning squad, has been a revelation for Ulster this season and is deserving of a place in Schmidt's squad. Leinster's Ross Byrne has been superb too, with standout performances, chiefly against Exeter at the Aviva Stadium. The most impressive thing about Byrne is his ability to enable Leinster to continue playing like Leinster in Sexton's absence. His consistent presence in the number 10 shirt has allowed the 23-year-old ample time to develop into a well-rounded playmaker. It's been unforgivable to see Byrne only acting as a waterboy in Leinster's recent knockout games, with the young fly half having played a huge role in guiding Leinster there. Schmidt and co. have a difficult tour ahead of them with a number of dilemmas. Do they rest their Lions players who have been on the go with little respite for the last year? Do informed players trump those who have already been introduced to the setup? Should Schmidt commit to those players who have already been capped with only a handful of tests to play before heading to the World Cup in Japan? These are the questions facing Joe Schmidt and his coaching team ahead of their tour to Australia to face Michael Cheika's Wallabies. Here is this writer's Ireland squad to face the Wallabies in June. Fullbacks: Rob Kearney, Andrew Conway. Wings: Jacob Stockdale, Keith Earls, Jordan Larmour, Darren Sweetnam. Centers: Gary Ringrose, Bundy Aki, Tom Farrell, Robbie Henshaw. Out half: Johnny Sexton, Ross Byrne, Joey Carbery. Scrum half: Conor Murray, Luke McGrath, John Cooney. Front row: Cian Healy, Jack McGrath, Tadhg Furlong, Andrew Porter, John Ryan. Hookers: Rory Best, Sean Cronin, Shane Delahan. Second row: Devin Toner, James Ryan, Ian Henderson, Tadhg Byrne. Back row: CJ Stander, Jordy Murphy, Dan Levy, RHY Ruddock. Jack Conan. Apprentice players: Nick Timoney, Johnny McPhillips. This selection may raise eyebrows, but there is reasoning behind them. John Cooney makes it into the team ahead of Kieran Marmion as a result of his versatility to cover out half. His goal kicking is another string to his bow, with Simon Zebo departing to France. Darren Sweetnam is set to play a much more prominent role in Munster's starting team, with a spot on the wing opening up with Conway's predicted move to fullback. With more exposure to the Irish setup, Sweetnam would be set to continue on his impressive form for Ireland during November. Tom Farrell deserves a chance at international honours after an impressive season with Connacht. With Chris Farrell and Jared Payne out injured for the foreseeable future, the Connacht centre, having impressed all year, should have his form rewarded with a place on the trip down under. Rob Herring, Niall Scannell and James Tracy have had bursts of impressive spells but have yet to nail down a position at their respective provinces. An incredible game against Leinster resulted in many pundits calling for Delahan's inclusion. With the previous options failing to impress, Delahan at least deserves a chance to put himself in contention. Peter O'Mahony deserves the summer off after a grueling season that ended in disappointment. His workload this year has been heavy and at times, and with Rory Best's troublesome hamstring and the ever-present target on Sexton's back, it's vital that O'Mahony is fit for Japan. A summer off can help ensure that. In addition to the 32-man squad, included are the Ulster pairing of Nick Timoney and Johnny McPhillips to tour with the squad. When players leave Ireland camp, they leave as better players. As things stand, Johnny McPhillips will be Ulster's starting out half next season, and time working alongside Sexton and Schmidt will go a long way to improving McPhillips' overall game. Nick Timoney, having begun the season as an academy player, grew to be one of the province's most important players. By no means the finished article, time in camp with Ireland would give the young back rower experience training alongside some world-class loose forwards. The apprentice slot is something that has been utilised by England and New Zealand in the past and could be of huge benefit to Ireland, with Australia in somewhat of a media storm, alongside their underperforming Super Rugby sides. There has never been a better time for Ireland to travel down under in search of a winning series.